problem, we are going to solve about how to figure out the least amount of time it could take for him to travel some X miles along the ocean and then walk for another 6 minus u miles in order to get to his destination at the least amount of time. The distance from here, from his boat to here, to the shoreline is 3 miles, and he has to travel X miles, which you don't know, on the ocean, but we know that he can swim at a rate of 2 miles per hour. The distance from here all the way to his destination is 6 miles, in which we will say that the distance from here to the distance he reaches on the shore will be u miles, and the remainder will be 6 minus u miles. We know that that his rate of walking is 5 miles per hour. Now, in order to figure out this question, we first need to kind of figure out how to connect x and u. But we know that because this is a right angle and it's a right triangle, we can say that by the Pythagorean theorem, that 3 squared plus u squared is equal to x squared. All right, so this tells us the distance, the relationship between u and x. Now, if you were to figure out the time in order for the swimming and for the time it takes to walk respectively, what you can do is use the equation distance equals rate times the time, right? And if you want to know how much time it took, you could simply do it d divided by the rate is equal to time. And we shall do that for both the amount of time he swam and the amount of time he walked, which is 2 separate things. First, okay, so the distance that he swims is x miles, so we don't know. But we do know that the rate that he swims is dx dt, which is 2 miles. And we will call that time of x, or the time in which it took him to swim. Now, similarly, we could do the same here. So the distance that he travels is 6 minus u miles. We can divide that by the rate at which he walks, which is 5 miles per hour, and that will yield the time it takes to walk. Now, if you want to know the least amount of time, all we have to do is add these two together. Total is equal to the t of x plus the t of u. All right, and then you could just add these two together, which will yield x divided by 2 plus 6 minus u divided by 5. All right, but we want to make this as one variable, so that way it's easier to solve with calculus. Therefore, let's go back to our original equation. Remember how we said that 3 to the square, we could call that 9 at this point, plus u squared equals x squared, right? So therefore, if we square root both sides, you could get x equals u squared plus 9. So we'll replace that. Square root of 9 plus u squared. All right, so this gives us the total time. Remember, and if we take the derivative of this and then find the minimum, and if we find where the derivative is 0 and we could find a minimum time, then we could figure out the distance u and the distance x. All right, and I'll give you more description on that on the written responses. And if you have any feedbacks or comments that you want to give me in my recording, I'll be very appreciative of it. Thank you.